What's up guys, it's Squishy Joshi, Creative Vagabond, taking you on adventures in gaming, art, music and experiences, and today we're reacting to a song called Hero Time by Hagane, and this is actually a live music video which I believe dropped last year, but we're going to be reacting to it now, and it's been a suggested one from the last time we reacted to Hagane, so I'm very excited for this. It's been a while since we last reacted to Hagane, so I'm excited to dive back in. It's good to be able to react to the things that are trending, but also there are some stuff that we've reacted to in the past and we haven't picked them up since, so it's good to just kind of bring those back into the mix. As much as we'd like to keep it up with the trending ones or whatever you guys are like rapidly suggesting, I'd love to do that. I'd love to be able to keep up with all of that, but of course we want to be covering the whole board of artists that we're reacting to, and the only way that we can consistently do that is with your support. So thank you to everyone that suggests these songs. Thank you to everyone that's, you know, waiting patiently for these reaction videos to come out. Really appreciate you all. And before we get into this reaction, guys, I just want to remind you that we do have a giveaway. I have the Labubu with me now. This is what we're going to be giving away at 5,000 subscribers. It's completely free. Like, you'll get it once we hit the milestone. And of course, if we get to the even bigger milestone of 100,000, we'll be looking at giving away a Nintendo Switch 2 or equivalent by the time we reach that number. Now, just off the top of my head, I remember when I was reacting to Hagane last, they had a really cool aesthetic. They had a really cool sound, a little bit of power metal with the traditional instruments, and I really like their sense of style and the way that they sort of approached the metal genre. So it's really great to react to them again, and I'm excited that we're going to check out a live music video this time. So first time we reacted to them was a normal music video, and now this is going to be a live music video. I don't know if the studio recording is overlaid on top. We're going to find out real soon, but otherwise, if it is the live audio, then that's cool too. You know, it's always great to see the difference between the studio version and the live. So here we go. Okay, seems like it's the studio. Cool little drum intro. Those pinch harmonics. Oh, that was cool. That's cool. Really cool, unexpected chords there, like the wasn't expecting that in the sort of, I suppose that was a chorus, and it's interesting that they went from the Japanese lyrics into English just for that chorus moment. I wonder if, like, when they were writing the song, that was like a conscious decision for them to be like, you know what, let's have the chorus in English, because obviously I would assume that English is like their second language, and so the word choicing is kind of interesting there, but like you can't negatively judge them on that if English is their second language. Like, it's a really interesting fact that they've, you know, attempted to have the English in the song. But that's the case with most of these international artists. Like, whenever they throw English into the mix, sometimes it's just sparingly, so it's just to emphasize a point, or maybe it just sounds better when it comes to like the syllables, for example. Like when we react to the K-pop songs, like there's obviously like phrases where it's like the sentence is 5 words in Korean and then there's like 2 words of English. It might have to do with the syllables or whatever it is, or maybe the English word just emphasizes the last part of the phrase, you know what I mean? So interesting songwriting choices there. Musically though, oh, fantastic. I was trying to figure out what it kind of reminded me of, and I was like, you know what, there's something about this. I mean, like with the way that the riff's going, and then the rest of the song with the pinch harmonics and a little bit of like noodling that's happening on the guitars and the bass, and the drum fills as well. There's a lot of cool drum fills happening. It's almost like a collision of like Dragon Force and Avenged Sevenfold, and those two bands already, like, wow. Like, if you're able to take elements from those two and mix them into your own, that's phenomenal stuff. So yeah, I'm really enjoying this. Since it's been a while since we've reacted to Hagane, I can't exactly remember how that first song went. I might have to listen to it again, but I'm really liking this. I really like the energy. I really like their aesthetic. Of course, they've got these sort of blue and white uniforms going on, which I remember from the first song that we reacted to, and just the overall song structure is really good. It really makes me feel like, you know, if you were to take the song and put yourself in the driver's seat, I feel like the intention behind the song is to make you feel like a hero, you know? I mean, it's in the title, but not just that, it musically feels like you're getting ready for battle almost. You're ready to stop stop whatever sort of negative forces are coming to attack you. I feel like there's definitely some sort of good message in that, and not that it's like you're trying to be above everyone and you want to be like, not like a selfish thing, but rather just a personal build up and motivator for you to tackle the challenges of everyday life. Of course, I don't know what the Japanese lyrics are saying, but this is just my take on what I've seen and heard so far. So yeah, I really like that chorus. The chord changes there were surprising. It almost seemed like the majority of the song was in the minor key, and then they sort of had this 2-bar phrase of a major key, and then they're going back into the minor key. So that's interesting. Let's dial it back and continue reacting. That was cool. Just coming out of that solo, I wanted to let the solo play out, but it's almost like there was a synth player that we don't see. Maybe it's just in the studio version, but the synth player was kind of doing the exact same melody as what the guitarist is doing on the solo. And then as it comes out, it definitely thickens the guitar up. And it very much feels like a thing that Dream Theater might do. I'm really liking the whole vibe of the song. The visuals and everything are popping off. This is one of the great things that I like about live music as well. And something that I noticed, I think it was like during one of the verses in the studio recording, which is what we're listening to over the live video. It was more of like a straight beat, but you could tell in the video that it wasn't fully in sync with what the drummer was doing. And I understand that as for the live show, she's doing something a little bit more interesting live compared to what we're hearing in the studio version. So that was cool. It's kind of like a tease because the camera was specifically focusing on the drummer at that moment. And it's almost like a tease, like if you want to see what she's doing in this moment, you better go to their live shows, because I have a feeling that there's like a special feel that happens there on the drums that we're not hearing in the studio recording. I thought that was kind of interesting. And obviously the vocals are great. There's a lot of holding on to notes, which is not something that I would be comfortable with as a singer. Especially nowadays, there seems to be this like whole push for when you're singing, do shorter detached notes rather than like holding out notes. I don't know if that's a thing that comes with like age, because this is going to be so left field. Maybe Aussie people would know, but on The Voice, Guy Sebastian was kind of like mentoring some of the people that he chose for The Voice. And he was kind of like saying it's better to do like shorter notes when you're singing, not really strain your vocal cords so much. So when it comes to like these metal groups and stuff, I feel like if you've got a strong voice and you can belt and hold on a note for a very long time, that's definitely a gift for sure. And you just want to be careful that you're not overcooking your voice. And she is definitely so in control of her vocals there. So I think that's really cool. I would love to be able to just hold on to a note like that in a high register without my voice cracking or having to force like falsetto or vibrato. Like I would hopefully aspire to, if I could afford a vocal coach, I would totally do it. But we're not in that financial playground at this point in time. But anyways, guys, let's continue reacting. Drummer's popping off. Oh, I wasn't expecting it to end like that. Like, actually, I was expecting the ending to be just around this point in the song, like around 3 minutes and 22 seconds. The way that the song was building up to this point was kind of like, oh, okay, the song's going to end here. But it actually kept on going. Like, the part where I thought it was going to end went into another bit. And I'm like, oh, okay, like, I'm totally cool with that. And then as we sort of got to the end there, the outro, I was not expecting it to be like continuing to increase in intensity even more, because it was already getting intense. And then it got even more intense after that. And it was like, and then it just kept going, because like you would expect it to end at that point, but then it just kept going. They kept it going, and then it was like instead of holding out the note, which is cool. I was expecting them to just hold the note out at the end, but they cut it short. Still cool. Yeah, wow, fantastic song. The guitars and the drums, fantastic as usual. Those were the standout parts of this song. Also, of course, the vocals were really great. There was that moment towards the end of the song. This is when it was like getting more and more intense, and I thought that the song was going to end before it, but when it came back into it, there was that moment where the vocalist kind of almost sang two notes at the same time. It was just kind of like a strangely good self-harmony. She got to a point where she's like, oh, I need to get into falsetto or something, and I think that's what happened there. But it was done in such a tasteful way where it doesn't feel like, oh, I'm forced to go into falsetto. It's like, rather than feeling forced to go into falsetto, it was more like this part calls for something different, and then she goes into the falsetto, and it's like, wow, that is 10 out of 10. Hagane, Hero Time, what a song. Thank you for the suggestion as always. That's going to be it for my reaction today. And if you enjoyed this reaction, please do smash the like button, subscribe if you're not already subscribed. These videos take a minimum of about 4 hours to make, so if you guys want to help out in any way, whether it's liking, subscribing, sharing it, or commenting down below, that's all super appreciated. This particular reaction marks the 5th song that I'm reacting to in a bunch. Each of these recordings go on for like roughly 30 minutes each. To do 5 30-minute videos in one sitting is quite a bit. Please do bear with me. I know you guys have requested a lot of songs. I'll get to them as quick as I can, but again, it all depends on your support. So the quicker that we can grow this channel to new heights, the quicker I'll be able to prioritize this more, hopefully maybe let go of my full-time job, and yeah, just get into this more, because I'm just super passionate about these kind of videos, whether it's music reactions or my own music or lifestyle vlogs. I just love creating, and I hope you guys can see that passion in me as well. You know, I don't want to come off as someone that's not genuine or anything like that. I just want to be creating content that is exciting for you guys. And even when it comes to brand deals, like sometimes I'll take on a free product from a company. Like recently we just did a video for Res Energy Drink. I'm not going to take a brand deal unless I think it's a good one, and it wasn't necessarily a brand deal or anything. They were just like, hey, we want to ship out this product to you, you want to try it? And I'm like, yes. I love my energy drinks. I don't drink them too often, but when I do, it's usually a good experience because it just gets me in the zone, it gets me hyped up. So I'm not going to be posting stuff that I don't think is worth your time. So anyways, yeah, thank you to everyone that's been watching these videos, of course. But yeah, that's going to be it for this batch of reaction videos. We'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.